Oh, hi there. So, this survival guide, it's different from the other ones, huh? Like, I know they're different and unique and sparkly and elegant and giving myself a headache just talking about it. So the basic gist of this project is that I am supposed to reflect on your personal experiences this year through the lens of specific concepts we've learned about this semester in social issues. And that sounds super hard and really uninteresting, so I'm just going to give you some advice about what to do, the kind of person Mr. Hirsch is, what his class is like, what the school is like, how you should handle it, a little bit about love life, and maybe a smidge about myself if we're lucky. Alright? You ready? Are you sure? Really? Okay, let's go. So to initially show you my points, I'm going to tell you a bit about myself. I know I said I'd put that at the end, but that's just the kind of person I am. So you know what kind of survival guide you're going to read. Well, they're not going to read it. It's a video. Hi, Tiny Kamron. What are you doing here? I'm a bad representation of your fears and anxieties. You know that. I came to tell you that if you don't suck up to Mr. Hirsch in this video, you probably won't get a good grade. That can't possibly be true. Mr. Hirsch is the best teacher ever. His lectures are amazing and he should be treated as such. He is a divine being and does not get enough appreciation for what he... Okay, let's stop there. Mr. Hirsch is a really great teacher. That's no joke. Like, he's super chill. Let me do an animation, for Christ's sake. What am I talking? He definitely ranks high on my favorite teachers at Redwood list, like top 3. He's tied with Mr. VP and Mr. Goldsmith, the holy trinity of teachers. But to be honest, I was a little afraid at first, going into his classroom. Like, first 2 minutes, I was terrified with posters that read, "I'd rather answer your questions now than correct your mistakes later," and "Warning, due dates are closer than they appear." I thought Mr. Hirsch was going to be some cynical asshole teacher, like I had heard about from Delmar graduates who talked about teachers from Redwood. That assumption couldn't have been farther from the truth. Mr. Hirsch is such a cool, chill teacher. He makes you laugh really easily and is just a fun teacher in general. Now, don't misinterpret these compliments. He's one hard teacher. His class is a really intense one with a notebook that has to be checked constantly, notes every day that are graded. Not one other teacher made me check notes. And a rigorous curriculum. You have one hard class to pass, but he's there, always. Please ask him questions, because that poster that said he'd rather correct your questions now than correct your mistakes later, that holds true to its saying. I haven't really started this video yet, but here's my ending statement to the intro letter portion. Balancing schoolwork is like a deja vu meme. So, as I said before, Mr. Hirsch has us do something called a notebook. Parts of this portion of the video are going to be live action due to my skills at animating being limited to marshmallow people and binders. If the train scene didn't tell you that, I don't know what will. So the notebook is a replacement for a binder in this class. I repeat, don't get a binder. I bought a binder at the beginning of the year, and I also bought a small little notebook to do notes in, because I did not know how this class would function. If you were a stubborn student like me, you probably would have made the exact same shitty decision to not listen to Mr. Hirsch, and instead to continue using my shitty, tiny yellow notebook. This wonderful, well-thought-out plan certainly benefited me when I decided, hey, what if I don't glue in the sheets into the notebook like he explicitly tells us to? This garbage decision resulted in me receiving a not-so-good grade in his class due to a poorly maintained notebook. The notebook is such a large portion of your grade, I can't even begin to express how important it is. I learned my lesson. Don't be me. Semester 2 rolled around and I bought a new notebook with rings. Ooh! This notebook was larger, longer, and I actually glued stuff into it. At first. I'm not a perfect student. I was very consistent at first, but I ran out of glue because I lent it to people all the time. Now, I know this sounds mean and selfish, but trust me, this is A-grade quality advice. Do not loan your glue to anyone and pretend you don't own it. Pretend you don't own glue. So when I ran out of glue, due to separated households, I couldn't really get any glue. So I kept asking my parents until I forgot about it. I would just, kind of write whatever the paper was into the notebook and shove it in my bag. But the day I finally got confirmation about going shopping, the notebook check happened. And, well... Yeah, that didn't turn out too well. So, for the notebook, there are 3 major things you'll need to know. Most of the papers Mr. Hirsch hands you will be for the right page, unless he explicitly tells you that they are not. As for the notes, most of the time they are put on the right page as well, unless he specifically tells you that they go on the left page. Left pages are usually for reflections, but there are usually instructions on how to use them. Now, always date every page. Mr. Hirsch docked off so many points for me not dating certain pages. Always date the pages. Always. Always.
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
So, I am obviously the master of love these days. No, I'm not. I have as much love experience as a McNugget has being an actual chicken. Barely any. I've made way too many mistakes in romance this year, so I think I will just try to be helpful and give you a list of things I did that you shouldn't do.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, like a guitarandella. When the stars
this part is going to be a sort of mix between live action, half-conscious Kamron and Kamron, who is currently finishing editing at 1:32 in the morning on June 5th, 2017. This procrastination segment is to show you exactly how harmful procrastination can be. I live with someone who shall not be fully named, Jack, who procrastinates just like I do on occasion, to which I will get the door to my room slammed open at 1 or 2 in the morning to find him hovering above my bed going, "Hey, did you finish the research paper?" Of course, the feeling of dread hangs above my head as I know exactly what he's going to ask next. Yes? Hey, can you help me with mine? Oh, god damn it. You see, the issue with procrastination is that it causes intense amounts of content to go missing from your video or whatever you're working on. The conclusion to this video was done before this segment, and I am way too tired to keep going. But since I procrastinated so long, wink wink, I now have to do this now. Procrastination is something that will leave you awake at 2 in the morning because you feel like you forgot to do something, only to realize exactly what it was at 4:45 to get the YRS feeling. No, do you not know the YRS feeling? YRS is how I'm going to finish this video, so here it goes so I can freaking go to sleep. Please don't procrastinate because, then you'll have that feeling, you're royally screwed. Alright, time to conclude, god damn it. So, to conclude, I love this class, but why was anything I just said important? Did I just waste 10 minutes of your valued time? Yes. And no. I've given you my freshman year experience and some of the most important lessons I learned this year. This year I just kind of drifted along, letting life happen to me instead of me happening to life. And I've decided to make an enormous leap and change in the way I live, and I hope that this video helped you as well. Good luck next year. Hope to see you here. Peace out. Kamron Bulgarian.